Welcome to World Conflict Channel. Russian forces continue to advance in Bakhmut with heavy losses. According to local sources, Wagner forces are currently trying to break through Ukraine's defenses in the village of Yahidny. Ukrainian sources are now confirming that the Ukrainian troops have completely withdrawn from Berkivka, a little further north of this village, and that the region has entered under the control of Russian forces. But in the village of Yahidna, the situation is a little more difficult for the Russians, because here the defense of Ukraine, which is relatively better organized, inflicts heavy losses on the Wagner forces. According to another information, the Ukrainian armed forces managed to ambush a large group of Wagner in the mentioned village. Few of the ambushed Wagner soldiers managed to escape. There is information that Wagner forces lost at least 150 soldiers in the attack. More detailed information about the attack is expected in the coming hours. Apart from that, fierce fighting continues in the north of Bakhmut too. Although the Russians made some minor advances during the day, the Ukrainian armed forces launched a counterattack in the area towards evening, and Wagner was forced to retreat in several directions. There is information about Russian forces bringing additional forces to the region. Probably the Russians are also preparing to launch a large-scale attack on the city from the south. At the same time, the UK Defense Ministry released a new intelligence update on the war today. The report states, over the last 48 hours, heavy fighting has continued in the Bakhmut sector, where Ukrainian forces are keeping resupply routes open to the west despite Russia's creeping encirclement over the last 6 weeks. Further south in Donetsk Oblast, the town of Vuhledar has again experienced heavy shelling. There is a realistic possibility that Russia is preparing for another offensive effort in this area despite costly failed attacks in early February and late 2022. Russia's eastern group of forces likely still has responsibility for the Vuhledar operation. Its commander, Colonel General Rustam Muradov, is likely under intense pressure to improve results following harsh criticism from the Russian nationalist community after previous setbacks. However, it is unlikely that Muradov has a striking force capable of achieving a breakthrough. In addition to these, Russian propaganda also continues as usual. Russian propagandists are trying to convince each other that everything is going as planned.
Цели, задачи и инструменты. Цели были озвучены давно, и они не менялись. Денацификация, демилитаризация, нейтральный статус и так далее и тому подобное. Это вполне конкретные вещи, которые означают на русский язык ровно следующее, что рядом либо государство, либо какая-то территория, которая нам угрожала многими вещами, не проводит агрессивную политику, не имеет возможности не проводить агрессивную политику по отношению России и русскоязычному населению, б, не имеет военных, военно-технических, военно-политических возможностей для атак. Да, это расшивает все эти вещи.
Это вы должны объяснять, а не...
Все, что вы перечисляете про территории, куда мы пойдем, сколько останется, судьба украинского государства, это все задачи, которые выполняются для достижения целей. И эти задачи могут меняться, видоизменяться в зависимости от условий. Не это главное, а главное выполнение цели. Ставить, загонять президента, главнокомандующего, ставить главнокомандующего в рамки, это заведомо ослаблять его позицию, не давать возможность для маневра. Вы это, как человек, обладающий определенными... Так объясняйте, вы это должны понимать. Я уверен, что вы...
А давайте, Антон Ильич, я одно конкретное...
Thanks for watching. You can support us by subscribing to our channel.